But what is kind of positive from Vladimir Putin's brutal war is that finally the West can see the nature of what we're dealing with a clarity and a lack of murkiness that wasn't there before. I could see all this Russian heavy metal piling up, queuing to get into Ukraine before the war started. And my friend Catherine Belton, who's written this brilliant book, Putin's People, said it doesn't make any sense because of the mathematics of war.
Yeah.
And Catherine's insight, which was simple, was that when you attack, you need a 3-to-1 majority. With the Ukrainian fighting spirit, you probably need 7-to-1 majority. Ukrainians had 200,000 in the army, but they had a further 100,000 in militarized police and customs, etc. So 300,000 people under arms, which meant 3-to-1. Putin had to hit Ukraine with 900,000 soldiers, better a million. If it's 7-to-1, the ratio, they should have hit it with 2.1 million. And in fact, they hit it with 200,000. It's a tenth of the necessary number. And so all I did was sit inside Kiev with quite a lot of alcohol, waiting for that calculus of my kind of mathematics of war to come true. I have to admit that it was a bit scary, but lots of people left and I stayed. And a Ukrainian MP met me the other day. I said, I know who you are. You're the crazy old guy who stayed when everybody was leaving. I said, well, I actually had a kind of mathematical formula that I'd invested in. And there were moments when I thought, particularly the Kyiv TV terror attack, when I thought, maybe I'm being too cocky. But I did feel that a real personal sense of being sick and tired of the West not standing up to Vladimir Putin. And finally, the Ukrainians are doing it because they have no choice. If they back off. And so what happens with Putin is that he brings violence into your home, into your living room. And most of the time, the West, because it's sweet, says, hey, come on, back off, and compromises and steps back. And I first saw Vladimir Putin's army committing war crimes in Chechnya 22 years ago, and I became personally sick of it. So as well as going there to show my support and tell the stories of ordinary Ukrainians in a limited and kind of crazily funded way, as I did, I was using my own money to begin with, but it was also, I was sick of running away, of the West running away from Vladimir Putin. I was sick of it. And part of my motivation was simply that enough of this guy already. We've got to stand up to him.